Hello guys, welcome back on OCP Technology. My name is Shripal and today I'm going to demonstrate you how to configure TDE Wallet transparent data encryption in Oracle 21c step by step on the Linux platform. Before starting my tutorial, I request to you, if you are new on my channel, please don't forget to subscribe my channel. So without wasting time, let's move on the computer screen and do the practically step by step. This is my Linux machine. Let me start the database first here. I already upload all the steps on my website ocptechnology.com. I will put the link in the video description. In this demonstration, I'm going to use operating system Linux, Oracle Linux 7 and database 21c, and PDB is also available in 21c because without PDBs we cannot create the database in the 21c. Okay, so in the first step we need to start our database. I already started the database. Check the PDBs details. Show PDBs. So here you can see there is a one PDBs or a 21c PDB1. Okay, so we need to start this PDBs because right now it is on the mount mode.
Let me open the container database and save the state of the container database so that it will be open in the future automatically.
So PDBs, here you can see the PDB is in the read write mode. Okay, now first check the wallet details. The predefined wallet is configured here or not. By default the wallet is available but it's not configured. Okay, so let me copy and then copy this command. Okay, here you can see wallet status, wallet type is unknown and the status is not available, means wallet is not available here. Okay, so in the step 2, create a directory for the TDE. So we need to create a directory inside the Oracle base location. So you can just copy and paste. Okay, so directory is created, wallet directory created inside the Oracle base admin and Oracle 21c. This is the default location where the wallet files is stored. Okay, so we need to set the key store location here. So you can use this command which helping us to set the key store location. Here you can see that location which we recently created. This is the Oracle wallet location. So just copy this command. See the parameters set in the SV file. Now
we need to take bounce our database and after that set another one parameter.
Now set the value for TDE underscore configuration. Again, we need to take the restart of the database. Okay, now in the step 4, create a password protected key store. Wallet underscore root parameter will store these files inside the subdirectory of the wallet directory. Okay, so we need to create the TDE directory inside the wallet folder. Let me create it first. Now create the key store with the password using this command. This command you can see the key management, create key store and the location of the TDE and identify your password. You can change your password as per your requirement. This is the password. Restone is the command. So here you can see the password will be stored inside the TDE folder. This is the password physical location of the TDE. Okay. Now we have a wallet, but its status is closed. Check the below output. In this command, we can check the status of the wallet, and you can see the status wallet is closed. Okay. So in the step 5, open the wallet. Using this command, you can just open the wallet for all the PDBs. Open, identify by the your password, and container is equal to all for all the PDBs. Okay.
Okay, let me check the wallet status again. Now you can see the wallet status is open.
But there is no master key. Okay.
Let me check the key ID for the wallet. So using this command, you can check the key ID for the wallet. And as you can see here, the key ID is not available
for the PDBs.
So let me generate a key ID for the wallet using the following command on behalf of wallet password. Let me check it again, the key ID is generated or not. This time you can see the key ID has been generated.
Okay. In the step 7, create table space with encryption. You can create a new table space for the encryption, or you can use existing table space for the encryption. In my case, I'm going to create a new encrypted table space.
So first, connect with your container database. Before creating a new table space, let me check the data file location so that I can give the same location for my new data file.
This is my data file location, so just copy and this enter. This command will create table space with the name of the well_enc. This is encryption using, this is the algorithm, and default storage is encrypt. You can check your table spaces in the encrypted format or not. This query will help you.
As you can see here, only one table space is in encrypted format which we recently created. Let me create a new table inside the encrypted table space and insert some records in this table.
In that command, I'm using the name of the table. This is the OCP_ENC and this column, and table space I'm using here well_ENC, which is this one. Okay, so just hit enter. The table is created. Let me insert one record in this table. One record is inserted. Let me commit the transaction and check the data.
So one record is available in this table which we insert right now. In the step 8, we are going to bounce our database. After bounce, we check the data. We are able to retrieve the record from the table or not. So if we are able to retrieve the records from the table, then the wallet is not working properly. Okay. But if we are unable to access the data from the table, that means the wallet is working perfectly.
Now set the container database name and try to fetch the data from the table which you created. This time you will get the error message, wallet is not open.
That means the wallet is configured perfectly, but it's not open automatically once you take the bounce of your database. To access the data from this table, we need to open the wallet first. After that, we can access the data from the table. We can do one more thing. We can make it automatically. Configure the wallet as a automatic. Once you take the bounce your database, then wallet is automatically open. So let's do the practically. First, let me check the current status of the wallet. You can see the wallet status is closed. Let me open the wallet first. Then check wallet status again. This time wallet status is must be open. Okay, wallet is open. Now connect with container database and try to access the data from the table. So let's connect with the container database and try to fetch the record from the table. And you can see this time you are able to access the data from the table. Okay. So now in the next step, we are going to configure auto login. If you take the bounce your database, then the wallet is automatically open. So let's do the practically. The following command will help us to make it process automatic. You can see in this command we use the auto login keyword which create a job in the backend and using the following key which is available on this path. So once you take the bounce of your database, the job is automatically open the wallet. So that is the concept. So let me check the wallet status again. It should be open, and after that, okay, finally in the step 10 we are going to close the password wallet and open the auto login key store. Okay, so the following command will help us to close the password wallet. We take the bounce over database and then check the table data. If you able to fetch the records from the table after the bounce, then your auto wallet login work perfectly. Okay, so that's it in this video. I hope you found this video very informative. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Till then, take care and bye bye.